Something just shifted in the hypercar world, and it happened so quietly most people nearly missed it. Mate Rimac, CEO of Bugatti Rimac, released a new video. On the surface, it looked like polished corporate communication, an invitation to tour the factory, observe the production process, and apply through the official website for a guided visit. The tone was confident, the visuals refined, the message centered around engineering excellence. Nothing unusual, except for one detail: the timing. Take a second to subscribe and turn on notifications. Because this situation is evolving in real time, and each update adds another layer to what's becoming a landmark moment in automotive culture. The upload appeared only days after Mat Armstrong reached a pivotal milestone in rebuilding his Bugatti Chiron. In a standard garage setting, using commercially available tools and careful planning, he separated the monocoque structure of the car, a task widely believed to demand factory-level resources. This wasn't guesswork. It wasn't experimental improvisation. It was systematic mechanical execution, documented step by step for a global audience. Now consider the sequence again. Mat completes a structural separation many assumed was restricted to factory conditions. The footage circulates widely. Engineers, restorers, and performance specialists analyze the process. Then, shortly afterward, Rimac appears on camera, inviting enthusiasts to witness how hypercars are engineered and assembled, including the Rimac Nevera R and the V16-powered Bugatti Tourbillon. No mention of the rebuild, no acknowledgement of independent repair debates, no defensive clarification. Yet the audience immediately began interpreting context. Online communities are highly perceptive. They track chronology. They examine messaging shifts. They notice tone changes. Within hours, comment sections were discussing whether the factory tour invitation represented subtle repositioning. Some viewers framed it as confidence, demonstrating that the brand has nothing to hide. Others interpreted it as strategic image management during a viral rebuild narrative. A few insisted it was routine scheduling unrelated to any external events. And then came the comment that added levity to a serious conversation. Mark McCann64 wrote, "Can I take home a Veyron gearbox as a souvenir?" It was clearly humorous, but it resonated because it referenced a Bugatti Veyron gearbox, one of the most complex and expensive driveline components ever fitted to a production vehicle. The joke worked because it highlighted exclusivity, cost barriers, and the tightly controlled ecosystem surrounding hypercar parts. Humor often surfaces where tension exists. At its core, this situation revolves around control versus capability. Hypercar manufacturers build reputations on precision, controlled environments, and factory oversight. That model protects quality, safeguards intellectual property, and maintains consistency. However, when an independent builder demonstrates comparable procedural discipline outside factory walls, it complicates that narrative. The rebuild is not framed as rebellion. It's framed as documentation. Each step is explained, each challenge addressed methodically. That transparency transforms the project from spectacle into technical reference. Meanwhile, Bugatti's factory tour message emphasizes transparency of a different kind: visibility into assembly, design philosophy, and innovation processes. But visibility is not the same as participation. Touring a production line does not equal disassembling a monocoque in a garage. That distinction is why the conversation persists. This moment is not about undermining factory engineering. It's about redefining boundaries of who can engage with it meaningfully. The online response shows that audiences are fascinated not just by finished hypercars, but by the processes behind them, and by individuals willing to tackle complexity independently. The strategic balance for Bugatti is delicate. Engage directly, and it may amplify the rebuild narrative. Stay silent, and speculation continues organically. Promote openness broadly, and the brand maintains authority while signaling confidence. None of those paths are inherently confrontational. They are simply different approaches to navigating a rapidly evolving information environment. What makes this compelling is the speed at which perception evolves. In previous decades, such a rebuild might have remained a niche workshop project. Today, it becomes global discussion within hours. Brand messaging, independent documentation, and audience interpretation all intersect in real time. Mat's measured communication style further intensifies interest. There is no antagonism, no dramatic escalation, just steady progression. Fabrication work advances, structural alignment is refined. Component sourcing continues despite logistical obstacles. The focus remains technical. That discipline builds credibility, and credibility attracts attention beyond enthusiasts. Engineers, analysts, and industry observers are quietly watching, because this scenario touches broader themes: evolving repair rights, technical knowledge democratization, and how digital platforms reshape brand-consumer relationships. The hypercar world has traditionally thrived on exclusivity, yet modern audiences value accessibility to knowledge. They want to understand how things work, not just admire them from behind velvet ropes. This rebuild satisfies that curiosity. Simultaneously, Bugatti's factory invitation reinforces pride in craftsmanship. It highlights the meticulous processes behind some of the world's most advanced vehicles. Both narratives, factory excellence and independent reconstruction, are rooted in admiration for engineering. They are not opposites. They are parallel expressions of passion. A garage rebuild documented in detail. A factory tour announcement released days later. A humorous comment about a Veyron gearbox souvenir, millions observing and interpreting. Whether coincidence or calculated timing, the result is increased dialogue, and dialogue shapes perception. The rebuild continues progressing toward completion. Each milestone challenges assumptions about what is feasible outside corporate infrastructure. Each factory video reinforces the sophistication of professional manufacturing environments, two stories unfolding simultaneously. If you want to stay informed as this develops, subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. The next update could shift the tone yet again. So what's your interpretation? Was the factory tour message routine promotion intersecting with viral timing, or a subtle recalibration during a pivotal moment in hypercar history?
Did you know that you can come to the Rimac campus and have a factory tour and see everything? How we built the Nevera RS, a 2,100 horsepower electric hypercar, right next to Bugatti Tourbillon prototypes. So at the same place you can see 4-motor electric car with 2,000 horsepower plus, V16, 8.3 liter naturally aspirated engine, and a bunch of other cool stuff. Not just that. So this is a very special moment in history where these two cars are being built alongside on the same production line. This won't last forever because we are producing now the last 20 Nevera Rs. And so I would encourage you, if you're interested in that, come over, have a look for yourself. You can apply on our website to have a factory tour. If you are into this kind of stuff, I'm pretty sure it's worthwhile seeing these cool things here. So yeah, enjoy it if you come over.